Three, two, one. Oh wow, it's 4:20. Look at that. um, yeah, this is the first episode of Doobies and Movies, and this is a new thing. And so be patient. Hopefully, it comes off sick, but you don't know. Today we're going to be reacting to The Boys season 2 finale. I got Steve, I got Cuff, Charlie Cuff with
Hello.
me. Cuff's got a lovely meadow behind him. Where are you?
In my garden. In my garden.
Oh, there's Steve. Yeah, you guys changed on my screen. You swap between each other. Anyway,
Oh, do you not have it like so you can see both at the
I
same
can
time?
I can see you both at the top, but then
Yeah.
Mine's up so I can see both of you like at the same time.
oh well, I'm sure it works anyway.
Technical issues, mate.
Anyway, so Doobies and Movies, The Boys. Firstly, I guess, what did we think, Steve?
Oh mate, I think it was a great end to season 2. I think the way it built into it, like the kind of the starting of it, where it got into this kind of nice fold of where you had the characters kind of assembling the tactics of the episode and where they're going to go with it, their whole game plan, who's involved, and where exactly what they're going for with Homelander's son and all this at the start, and then towards the end where you have these ridiculously brutal fights between Stormfront and Homelander and Homelander coming in at the end like all bloodied up after killing all those soldiers. Like it's just this real kind of like exactly kind of surreal and kind of dark experience you expect Homeland to be going through, finding that his son's missing and all those. Just it was as good as an ending as I could have seen it going.
Yeah, no, it was mental. Like, I feel like it was the first proper superhero fight that we saw on the show. Like, you saw glimpses of some shit, but that was actually like superheroes, like superpowers fighting superpowers, proper combat.
I suppose the only thing we've seen prior to that would have been Starlight and A-Train in like season 1.
Oh yeah. But that was still like
that was
weird slow mo.
Yeah,
weird slow mo.
That wasn't really like a sick hero on hero fight. That was more just like a bit of flash of light and a bit of guy.
Yeah, well, Joel's just actually calling me now. I wonder if he works it out for himself again.
Late arrival.
He's always late.
He's going to be turning up like Queen Maeve, mate.
Yeah, he literally wants to be the Queen Maeve in this place.
Yeah, literally. I want Joel to come up on the screen now. He's wearing like armor like Wonder Woman.
Sorry, guys. I was just cooking my rainbow burger.
I guess that is the one criticism of the episode, just that, like, why did she say no at first and then help him at the end?
Yeah, that is one good query, but I suppose it was kind of when she said no. I'm trying to think actually in the episode when she said no at the start. Was that before or after Stormfront got out as an
auntie?
That was before. Yeah, okay, I'll buy that.
That's got to be the reason.
You could.
Even
how did she know where they were?
That is one thing that I don't get.
That's a good query. That's a good point. Yeah. Like, it might have just been like that obvious that something was going on at vault or whatever.
Nah, hang on. They've all got tracker chips in their neck, don't they? So it's not too much of a stretch to...
Does she have access to that information though? Or is that going to be Vought that's just holds that information?
I don't know. It's a small qualm, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just bringing it up because I just thought of it now.
No, it is a very fair point.
But no, it was a really sick episode. And what else we got? We got the whole thing where Butcher decides to save the kid in the end.
Yeah, they sold me down the river there.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna say that. Go on, explain.
We watched it together, didn't we? And I honestly thought he was a bad guy. Like it was going to be a swap between Butcher being bad and Homelander, kind of like you're some way like, oh no, he's got a conscience. He wants to be a good dad and all this stuff. But then, no, I flipped on his head. I really didn't see that coming at all. It was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was like a really nice, sweet part of it as well, because it was almost like Butcher, after having lost his beloved wife that he tried so hard to get, found out.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then lost her again in such a brutal way that it was by our own son, that it was kind of nice to see Butcher kind of get a bit of his humanity back and be like, oh no, I'm not going to kill this soup kid. I'm going to take care of it because that's what she wanted. And like, we're just going to, you know, deny Homelander that right. And it was kind of sick to see him and the kid and then Maeve and everyone just turning up against Homelander. And then Homelander just there kind of broken, covered in blood, ready to slaughter everyone, but doesn't, because he just knows that he'll lose everything. Everyone will stop loving him because of that video Maeve's got. It was
I think
ridiculous.
right. I think it makes sense for Butcher to raise the son as well. That's a good call. Like, of all the people that are gonna raise the evil little Superman kid to be a good guy, is the one that hates the suit so much and understands like the problems of having that much power, basically.
And I suppose the one benefit of that is that I think he'll grow up if Butcher kind of has a kind of role in raising him or giving just like mentoring him to some degree. He will grow up at least being anti-Vought. He may still have all the powers and be kind of, you know, immature with them and all that kind of stuff, but there's a higher possibility he'll at least be anti-Vought and won't be Homelander.
It's a test for Butcher as a human being as well. Does he have the ability to actually raise a kid? It's going to be interesting in season 3 to see all of that play out.
Yeah, he's a soup can.
Yeah. No, I was a bit scared at one point that Butcher would do the kind of thing.
That line where he tells the kid, "Don't be a cunt."
Don't be a cunt. Yeah.
Don't be a cunt.
I was buzzing because since day one I had his back because I thought he was just a tragic character, and the more you found out about him this season, the more tragic he became, like with his brother and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Then finding out how much he loved Huey, you saw the way he reacted when Huey almost died in a couple episodes ago. Yeah. So I just think there was a build up to the fact that he would do the right thing, but I was still worried that.
They played it so well.
Yeah, like, they played it well.
You still didn't know what he was going to do until the final moment, which is how you did it. Like,
there's also still so much kind of untouched and unsettled with Vought as well. Like, the only thing that's actually happened with this is that Stormfront has been outed as a Nazi. She's been fucked over, not dead, just kept somewhere alive. And then got Vought that is going to cover this all up. Homelander's going to end up being like the star of it all again. And there's still this whole process of Compound V's no longer being released anymore. It's just kind of like now low-key, loads of like little plans and plots Vaught's got hidden in places, and they're going to have to deal with that and stuff. So there's still so much more that they can go down to actually deal with the plot, which is just so good.
Yeah, and the whole reveal that politician lady was the head blower upper.
I was about to say,
yeah.
That's so good.
That was sick.
That makes sense across the whole board.
Yeah,
as well.
because she wasn't dying in that. She was next to everyone blowing up. She wasn't blowing up herself.
Every single time she was present in somewhere where she was kind of being the senator or the whatever, she was, you know, the innocent party, but everyone was blowing up around her, and now it completely makes sense that she was the one doing that in the first place. And I imagine they're probably going to go down the route that she's just going to like, either she's secretly some like Vought agent that is just kind of double crossing everyone.
I don't see that. Personally.
Yeah,
she's got her own agenda, I reckon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be like her just wanting to like be the top guy rather than Homelander or something. But
well, she's running for Congresswoman, right? That's what they showed at the end.
Yeah, she's probably got political ambitions and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, she blew up the head of the church, the Spanish Hugh Jackman or the Latin Hugh Jackman.
Oh, mate. When A-Train got back in and then the Deep is just left again as well.
Yeah. He's such a...
the Deep doesn't deserve it, mate.
He's a wet one.
I think that's the whole point of it, though. I think they're just going to kind of, like, tease the Deep as, like, oh, you can kind of, like, maybe get back, but he's never actually going to. Because he's, like, they made a fair point in that episode. It's so that he publicly, like, admitted to having sexually assaulted one of the 7. So, like, I don't think any of the public would ever actually want to take him back anyway.
Yeah, it's true. But he must have some overall redemption. But that's the thing, like, who becomes the enemy at a certain point? Because if all the heroes start turning to the side of the boys.
I struggle to see it just being Homelander versus everyone.
No. Because Gus has got something to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
what's his name? Stan Edgar.
Stan Edgar, yeah. Like
I don't know. I don't know how relevant the church are going to be next season now as well. Actually, I think they're a bit of a one and done sort of thing.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe the church is done.
Yeah, I reckon the church might be done because, like, you never really saw anyone else working for the church other than the top boy and then the woman who dealt with it deep initially.
Yeah, I think they'll keep that woman in because she was in Breaking Bad. She was in Friends. Like, she's a fairly big actor. I think they'll keep her in. But yeah, what they say is I don't know. And then who else? Where else did everyone leave? Huey ends up working for the head blower up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
interesting.
Huey. Yeah, Huey got a job working for Congress. Yeah,
He's going to take it apart from the inside, surely.
Yeah, I think that's what will happen. Will be like.
Yeah, I think he has realised he's going to die if he stays in the boys. He has no ability to fight. Yeah. He will die. Like he
has too much of a conscience as well. Like
he's just not as experienced in all that as well. Like he's so kind of fragile compared to like Billy and and Frenchie.
But don't you worry about them without him because he's the canary. Stops him from going too far.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe the whole concept of Billy becoming more kind of human with
maybe the kid becomes the canary.
Maybe that's
or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe he's not raising the kid in the right way and he needs his canary there to keep him in tow because he takes it too far.
That's true. Maybe. Yeah, no.
What is his kid's name actually?
Ryan?
I know, I can't remember.
I think
Ryan. Ryan, it's Ryan. I've got it up here on my computer.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens with like Mallory and that as well, because she took him away with the CIA and that at the end. And it'd be interesting to see how she's going to try and get him away, because if you think about it, she was working with the head blower up of the congresswoman. And if she gets like more power through political means,
I think she's the real villain, isn't she?
Exactly. So it could well be that like they could do some massive twist or something, and then like she finds out where Ryan is, and then turns him to her side, and then it's like a little mini Homelander versus like everyone or whatever. If you see what I'm saying.
I keep forgetting to use this mic, but I assume that everything's fine.
I can hear you.
But yeah, no, it's a lot to digest, and to be honest, it's hard to predict what's going to happen next because they do just fuck it up constantly. So
it's not been like a solid like predictable plot. There's been twists here and there with characters blowing up and all this stuff. So there's no way we can like say, oh, this will definitely happen in season 3 because we have no idea what's happening.
What about Kamiko? Did you think she was dead?
Oh, 100%.
For a split
100%.
For a split second, I thought she was dead, but then I kind of did remember that she can heal ridiculously, like pretty much everything. Like she got pretty almost like ripped apart.
Yeah, she's quite X-Men vibes, to be fair, in general.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like she can just take hits regardless of what it is, unless like.
And I think because they were killing off the mum.
It would have been
what's her name? Rebecca.
Yeah, it would have been too much.
Yeah, I think it would have been too much.
No, I'm happy her and Kimiko and Frenchie got together though. Like, they resolved that. That's good.
Yeah, no, they couldn't keep doing this whole like, please teach me. Yeah, she finally teaches him.
Yeah.
And it's actually well useful because she can tell him things no one knows what she's saying.
Yeah, and that was the first time we heard her voice when she laughed as well. Oh, good. Cuff died.
That groan as he went. Oh. I didn't know what that groan was. Well, Joel said he'd be 10 minutes.
It's been 8 minutes, so I mean, he could still fit that timeline. I don't know, but I get the feeling by the time we finish this conversation, Joel will just pop up on the screen.
I mean, is that what have we not?
I'm trying to think. I mean, the only other thing we haven't really touched on was like kind of Ryan getting developed as like a character. So,
was it this episode that he had the panic attack in the?
Yeah, that's exactly where it's going to go. So where he went to that little kind of restaurant or where it's all based around the 7, and he's just surrounded by people because obviously he's never been around people before. and he's just like completely like breaking down, doesn't know how to deal with it, and you know is like so uncomfortable. And you got to think like, is this going to be kind of like a little hint into what's coming on the next season? Is he going to be exactly like that, and he's going to start getting loads and loads of powers? But the thing is with his vision when he fucked up Stormfront, his laser eyes are different to Homelander's. I think. Like I think his powers are going to be slightly different because like the way it. Because if you remember, it was just like his eyes glowing, then a massive flash, and then Stormfront's whole body was just ruined. And whereas like Homelander's is like kind of more precise, it's actual 2 laser beams that get pointed somewhere. So I get the feeling. Interesting. I feel like his is going to be like some like massive like beam or something that will just.
Yeah, maybe he's this next level. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, he's obviously got no control of it at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's like you know,
maybe
Cyclops.
Even Kamiko could train him up.
Yeah, you know, like Cyclops and X-Men.
Yeah, completely.
Like you know, he's got to wear the glasses or the goggles or whatever to focus things. That might be kind of like the route they're going down. Oh, here we go. Oh, it didn't connect. Oh, there we go. It's audio. Good.
Good. Yeah.
Did you disconnect from the outside?
Laptop died. It's a piece of crap.
Oh no. Yeah, we were just saying on how like Ryan's. I was just going on about like how Ryan's like laser eyes are a bit different to Homelander's because like. Well, if you think about it, right, Homelander, when he fires his lasers, they're like 2 precise beams that come exactly like that. Whereas Ryan, he literally just opened his eyes and did it, and it fucked up the whole of Stormfront and Rebecca and everything. So because he's got no control over it. So I was just saying, it's like Cyclops. It's like Cyclops and X-Men, where he's got to wear the goggles and the sunglasses to focus it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Eating some nut.
And it'd be good to see what new heroes come about from this as well, because like
they wanted to sell Compound V, didn't they?
Well, they've stopped releasing Compound V as like a thing because they were gonna like release it out as like a public thing to like the police forces and that, and then towards the end because of the whole Nazi thing that got called off. But I reckon Vought will just like low key just do it like they have done in the past anyway, and then there'll be like loads of new heroes coming along. Like, I mean, that we still haven't found out about what happened to that one that escaped from the asylum place with Pyro. You remember the one that the mad.
Oh, the crazy bald girl.
Yeah, the bald girl. Yeah, she's escaped, and that hasn't been put up on. So that'll be a season 3 thing, surely.
Yeah, I think so because they kind of teased she could be the head blower upper.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. So she's got some mad like psychic powers and all that. So
yeah, she can blow people up.
She'll definitely be there at some point, but it just depends on whether she'll be like a one that kind of comes in later in the game just randomly as like a throwback, or it'll be like a big plot thing.
No, I'm sure as a point they've put enough time into it that you'd assume that it means something, but
yeah, it'll be interesting to see like Starlight and that and how she kind of develops as well. Because even though like she was one of the 7, I feel like she was probably one of the like not powerless, but she kind of like.
I mean, she is a bit shit.
She needs to kind of like learn how to use her abilities properly. She just kind of flashes here and there.
And she needs electricity, which is like has been peaked quite a few times in the series already.
Yeah, I think he realized how weak she actually is when they had that fight with Stormfront. Like you needed the 3 girls to
even have a chance.
Yeah.
And it was good to see how powerful Stormfront was as well, because you'd seen her do like obviously flying and all these kind of little low-key abilities here and there, but that was the first time you actually got to see like constant lightning and you know like actual like flares of ridiculous power. And it kind of showed that she, despite the fact that she had only been in the 7 for a little while and she was a Liberty before that and everything, she was a big player and she'd been around for a while and for good reason.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she has probably got to get sicker and have some like lessons.
Training montage.
Yeah, where she maybe learns how to harness energy from other sources, like Avatar style or something.
Yeah.
Because
Like the sun or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
because she's so shit otherwise. Like, what
Yeah.
if you're in a cabin in the woods? I don't know. It's useless.
that obvious.
And Kamiko should just give everyone fighting training. I think that should be.
Yeah.
I think Kimiko will end up being a really like big part in the next season of everything, because she kind of went off and did her own thing for a while in this one, having lost her brother, and then it was good to see her come back in that. But it'd be really amazing to see like her interacting with loads more heroes, because she's becoming more and more social as like the series.
Yeah,
goes.
I mean, we heard her laugh, mate. It's only up from here.
Exactly. You hear her laugh for the first time. You've never heard anything come out of her mouth before.
Yeah.
So I reckon there may even be a point where like suddenly she learns to talk or something, because has she ever been able to talk, or is that?
I think she
They explained that it was
she
after
chooses not to.
Yeah, it was after some traumatic incident with their parents or something. I think they had a conversation, the brother and the sister. Where
Yeah.
Ever since that day.
Yeah, something to do with that army or something that enrolled them or something. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about any other highlights over the season, like Butcher killing the whale, or
don't get me started.
Huey then sitting in the whale for like 5-10 minutes, having a panic attack,
I'm not leaving.
refusing to leave the innards of a whale.
You want to leave the dead whale.
To be honest, that's the worst thing Butcher did all season for me, was kill that bloody whale. I despise him after
It
that,
was
to be
such a power move though, because Deep had him and he just
I know.
straight through it.
Oh, mate.
It was also the line Butcher like did as soon as he came out of the whale. Just went, that was fucking diabolical.
No, his mother's milk just sitting in there like, I'm not moving, mate. Like, come on, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, it was so good. Like I've got to say, like probably the episode where he goes through the whale, and then also I'd say the one with the insane asylum where you see Pyro.
That episode was great.
Or even the episode after where like you see the flashback of Pyro when he was like in the 7 or something with the pole. And everyone's just laughing at him.
Yeah.
Like
proper camp superhero vibe.
Yeah, it's almost like exactly what you'd expect, kind of like people to react and sound to these kind of really kind of statuesque hero models.
Yeah, exactly. Like they go, because the boys goes against that grain like so much. Like it's not that. Like it feels really real. And then you get this guy in this leather jacket and a massive torch. It seems so out of place. So
it's just
it makes sense. They laugh and
it's just so out of the ordinary. Because if you saw that in real life, you would literally be like, what is this? But like when you see it in cartoons and whatnot, it seems perfectly logical. It fits into the environment. But yeah, it's just I feel like it plays on that kind of aspect of the whole concept of the show really, really well. Especially Carl Urban as well, because he just calls everyone a cunt, which is just you can't not like that.
No, yeah, I rated a lot of that stuff. It was sick in general to see Iceman pretty much be Pyro.
Be Pyro, yeah.
Yeah, it was opposite role. Just
And it was sick to find out more about Butcher throughout the season. I think that was all very good. And they had
Frenchie as well.
They had that good bonding episode in the car road trip with Mother's Milk. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was quite good to find out what actually happened to Mallory's kids as well.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, the Frenchie backstory with the OD. Yeah, all of that was sick. To be fair, the whole season was sick.
I can't really think of any like bad parts of the season at all.
No, it was perfect in my opinion.
It was really, really good. Like they had like loads of action episodes, then they had a couple like chill episodes where nothing really that happened, nothing too crazy, and then they just built it up again, and it just I can't floor it that much, to be honest.
No.
So is Frisco a real thing? This drink,
Fresca. I'm pretty sure Fresca's a real thing.
Because when it first started, I thought it was like mind control, like juice that everyone was drinking or something, and then everyone just likes Fresco.
Hold on, let me look it up.
I'm looking it up. Fresca, it's a grapefruit flavored citrus soft drink created by the Coca-Cola company.
Okay, so it's product placement. And Almond Crunch as well. They got to deal with those boys.
They had like I also like the little details you get in the boys' world as well. Like when you go in the shops and that, and you see all these like A-Train cereals or these kind of like massive,
yeah, it feels so real, doesn't it?
massively branded kind of figures on cereal, and you can so see if that happened in real life. You can see the brands and that getting involved to that degree, because that's exactly what the whole concept of vault and privatization is about. So it's really just these little details that make it just so much more like an immersive experience with the boys in general.
Yeah, it is just quite sick in every sense, and it adapts to things and it follows what's going on in the world quite well. And it doesn't do it in your face way, because it never takes away from the plot.
No.
And they do it with a sense of humor as well. But there's still a couple things like with characters like A-Train where I find them overall still haven't been developed enough.
Yeah.
Maeve got better this season with her whole arc.
Noir is still just a silent guy.
But apparently he's a
Got a
vegetable now.
Yeah,
And
Noir.
a nut allergy.
Yeah, he's fully like paralyzed now because of his nut allergy. I think that's what the whole.
Sorry.
So like that's pretty funny that they've gone that route with Black Noir. So like I reckon that what will happen next is that A-Train will come back into the 7, or like he'll have his own little kind of thing going on, and then like Black Noir will get replaced with someone else as well. Like there'll be little kind of details that get involved. Like I imagine A-Train will probably get more development because he.
I don't think they'll replace Black Noir personally, because he's Gus's, or whatever Gus's character is called, like little secret soldier, isn't
No, I'm sure they'll find a way of like fixing him or something.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's just
the episode where Black Noir is chasing Butcher and he chases them to Aunt's house. That was great as well.
Yeah, what I rated about that was like all it was just like Butcher got into his car and looked in the wind mirror or something, and he was just like popping out over the roof, and it wasn't even that subtle. Like he was just there, and then like you next see where just like they lay bombs and everything. There's loads of bombs going off upstairs while they're in the basement, and then Black Noir is just fine. Like he's no damage at all.
Crazy man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other like characters we haven't really discussed. Like if anything we've left out. I'm wondering.
We got to see Homelander go crazy, like in his head. That was cool.
Yeah, that was a good tease.
The whole crazy, like actually how crazy, powerful, and destructive he could actually be.
Yeah,
I think season 3 will probably be insane. Like, it will probably will just not take any time.
I think it was a good little. There was a line that Homelander said when Maeve was showing him the video of him on the plane and that, and he was saying that if he lost everyone, he would just destroy everything. He said, I remember something along those lines, and it's like you can so see that happening as well. If everyone stopped loving him, everyone kept thinking that he's this amazing hero, he would literally just go full crazy and just burn everything down. So, like, I reckon that's going to be some massive plot that comes in. Maybe not season 3, maybe season 4 or something. I don't know. But I think that'll come into play at some point soon.
Yeah, I imagine my prediction is going to be about 5 seasons. I don't know, obviously. But
yeah, I can see 5. I like the fact we're at the end of 2 and like a fair amount has happened, but not much in the sense of actually taking down 4.
No, but you have to wonder. I guess the only difficulty they're going to have is how can they keep maintaining this level of action without concluding things.
Exactly.
They're going to have to keep introducing new plot lines.
True.
And things that add to the story, and I think that's going to be the biggest challenge.
I mean, that's what Congresswoman is for sure.
Yeah, but
you're right. There's only so long you can have Homelander being the big bad and not resolving it. Like,
Joe wants to. He's asking what we're saying.
Queen Maeve, get in.
I mean, he can come. Yeah, I mean, we're running out of things.
Well, why doesn't he just click on the link, isn't it?
I don't know. He's just asked what you're saying on the chat. I haven't responded, but I mean, he said he'd be 10 minutes, and that was almost 25 minutes ago. So
he's awful.
He's just so bad.
Well, we can tell him like we've talked about everything, but we can just get like a final summary from Joel.
Yeah, that was it, guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be like you editing the video, and then the end of the video, just Joel just pop up. To be fair, Joel may have something that we haven't discussed. Maybe we've forgotten something. You never know.
I'm trying to
Maybe.
remember how the season started. Oh, that's what I'm thinking about.
I think the season started with like you viewing like them underground in the little basement thing they were living in, like surrounded by the drug dealers and that. I think I can't really remember. I remember
Me
that was
neither.
definitely in the first.
Yeah, how did it start?
The first main thing, I guess it starts with the brother, really. Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
And
what I was
Kimiko.
thinking. The brother boy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Old
Yeah,
brother boy.
Yeah, because it starts with him knocking over the boat and everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, no, because he was the soup terrorist that came on the boat or something, and he used the boat to like.
Doesn't soup terrorist sound like someone like
Soup terrorist.
What? So a
somehow
guy
like suicide bombs soup or something? I don't know.
he starts off at a homeless shelter and it just goes horribly wrong.
He's like a villain that uses soup to like drown a city or something.
Or it's all for the soup. In the name of soup. Too many people
In
not.
Heinz we trust.
Yeah, too many people not eating soup, and that's just not on. Why are we eating soup all the time?
Season 3 confirmed.
I mean, a lot of the times they say soup. It does sound like they're talking about soup.
This new minestrone character, I can't control it.
They should have a scene where like they offer butcher soup and they make a
That's
joke out
fucking
of it.
diabolical.
That's fucking diabolical, that is.
No, you trust a soup can.
Is Joel coming or what?
Green May.
He's probably like trying to click on the link. And he's like,
How do I click on the link?
How does this work?
I mean, he's seen the message. Just click on the link. Like he's seen it, so I don't understand what's.
I just put a thumb in my screen. Can you see it?
Oh yeah. So there for like 2 seconds.
Man,
How'd you even do that?
you go on to reactions and you.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah.
I mean, Mother's Milk didn't have much to do this season.
Your mother's milk. Oh, Joel's in the waiting room.
Yeah, no, I reckon. I think like he could have. I think in the last he didn't have much. I think there was only so much. Like, do you remember that bit where Frenchie, Huey, and are literally just standing there and they can't do anything against Stormfront?
Yeah.
That kind of signifies how it was. Oh, here it is.
My battery is running low, to be honestly.
Queen Maeve coming in.
Well, yeah. To be fair, Joe, do you want to just like conclude it by saying what you thought of the boys?
You got to turn on your audio first, mate.
Yeah.
He's muted.
Am I muted? Oh God, I can't believe I'm muted.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, the boys, to be honest. Yeah, very, very thrilling, epic conclusion. Yeah, I mean, just like that whole, just banging out Stormfront was fucking sick. The whole bit where she starts like explaining like white genocide to the kid.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Yeah.
Oh my God, so funny, man. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing was just hilarious, and it was just a very satisfying end to the season. And the whole plot twist at the end with that congresswoman lady actually being a suit, that's pretty crazy.
Head blower upper. Yeah, she killed a lot of people.
She did kill a lot of people. I don't know what her end game is.
She gets a tattoo of an eye on her forehead and then turns into an avatar.